If you're into business and trading, or if you know something about the stock market, you've probably heard of the Nasdaq. What is the Nasdaq? And how being aware of it can change the perception of your financial situation, and you will see a shift in your relationship with money. Hello and welcome to Alpha Finance. This is the channel to watch if you want to learn more about personal finance, investing in cryptocurrency. However, before I get into the topic, do me a favor, subscribe and hit the like button because it really helps with the YouTube algorithm. Thank you, and now let's get into it. In today's video, we'll cover what the Nasdaq is and whether or not you should invest in it, so be sure to watch to the end for a complete lesson. If I try to explain it in layman's terms, Nasdaq, which stands for National Association Securities Dealers Automated Quotation, is a global electronic marketplace for buying and selling securities. In essence, it is an online platform to exchange stocks. Now the question arises, how does it work? Essentially, Nasdaq handles exchanges between buyers and sellers through the use of highly stable and reliable information technology. It primarily entails broker-dealers gaining access to the system and then matching buyers and sellers when they completely agree on prices. Let me explain this with an example. Let's say the lowest selling price for a specific stock is $11 for a share, and the highest buying is $10. The matching system determines the matches, and the buyers bargain to their needs. Now the buyer and dealer will both be happy as the buyer will get a slight discount, and the dealer will be able to sell his stock. Moving on to the algorithms. The Nasdaq algorithmic trading was created in order to replace the inefficient specialist system that had dominated for nearly a century. Nasdaq's electronic trading model has become the industry standard for markets worldwide due to the rapid advancement of technology. And the market makers at the Nasdaq encourage inventories to buy and sell from their own accounts in exchanges with individual customers and other dealers. Market makers supply two-sided quotes, which include the bid as well as ask prices for the security in which they are making a market. Over 260 market-making firms provide liquidity, i.e., cash flow and leverage for Nasdaq-listed stocks. The good thing about this is that competition is not required for trading to take place. It does help ensure that buyers and sellers get the best prices. It was only natural for the world's most promising technology companies to list on an exchange that used cutting-edge technology. An interesting fact is that the Nasdaq is considered a market benchmark. Market benchmarks are indexes that are constructed to include multiple securities, assets, or other instruments in order to depict the performance of a stock, fund, or other investment, and it exchanges electronic stock with more than 3,300 company listings, including technology giants Apple, Microsoft, Google parent Alphabet, Meta Platforms Incorporated, Amazon, and Tesla. Listing requirements. Nonetheless, the Nasdaq listing requirements are more favorable to new companies. The Nasdaq stock market is separated into three sections: Nasdaq Global Select Market, Nasdaq Global Market, and the Nasdaq Capital Market. The Nasdaq Capital Market has the lowest entry requirements of these. The initial listing fee is $50,000, plus a $5,000 application fee, for up to 15 million shares. Following that, businesses must pay $45,000 to $81,000 per year. The Nasdaq Global Select Market and the Nasdaq Global Market have higher fees. Criteria. Let's discuss the criteria for the Nasdaq. The components must exclusively be on the Nasdaq national market. It must be a non-financial company. They may not be issued by an issuer currently in bankruptcy proceedings. It must have an average daily trading volume of at least 200,000 shares. It must not be in a definitive agreement that would likely result in the company no longer being eligible. It must not have annual financial statements with an audit opinion that is currently withdrawn. It must be seasoned, meaning they have been listed on the Nasdaq or other recognized market for at least 2 years. And must have an adjusted market capitalization equal to or exceeding 0.1% of the aggregate adjusted market capitalization of the index at each month's end. Trading on the Nasdaq. Because it is an electronic exchange, the Nasdaq offers no trading floor. This means that the exchange itself is a dealer's market, so brokers buy and sell stocks through a market maker rather than from each other directly. A market maker handles a specific stock and holds a certain amount of stock in his or her books. When a broker wants to purchase shares, he or she does it directly from the market maker. When the Nasdaq first began, stock trading took place over a computer bulletin board system and through the telephone. Now, trading on the Nasdaq occurs using automated trading systems, which offer full financial reports on trades and daily trading volumes. Automated trading also offers the automatic execution of trades based on parameters set by the trader. You must be thinking, what makes the Nasdaq different from other stock exchange companies? Well, statistically, the Nasdaq has significantly lower listing fees than other stock exchanges, with a maximum price of $150,000 set. Because of this low fee, many new, high-growth, and volatile stocks can be traded. While the New York Stock Exchange is still considered a larger exchange due to its much larger market capitalization, the Nasdaq has the highest trading volume of any U.S. exchange, with approximately 1.8 billion trades per day. Another million-dollar question is about the Nasdaq and the New York Stock Exchange. Which one is better? The New York Stock Exchange is still considered a larger exchange due to its much larger market capitalization. The Nasdaq has the highest trading volume of any U.S. exchange, with approximately 1.8 billion trades per day. But the stocks listed on the Nasdaq are thought to be more growth-oriented and volatile. Companies that list on the New York Stock Exchange, on the other hand, are viewed as more reliable and well-established. The New York Stock Exchange is a magnet for equity securities and industrials, some of which have been in operation for generations. However, the Nasdaq has advanced and has a promising future. How to trade Nasdaq stocks? While there are many nuances to how Nasdaq operates behind the scenes, trading stocks on the Nasdaq is very simple. Stocks traded on the Nasdaq, like those traded on the New York Stock Exchange, are freely available for trading on any major stock trading platform. To trade Nasdaq-listed stocks, investors must first open a brokerage account with a platform such as E-Trade or TD Ameritrade, fund the account, locate the securities they want to trade, and place an order. In fact, most major trading platforms offer commission-free trading for Nasdaq-listed stocks, just as they do for New York Stock Exchange-listed stocks. What are the Nasdaq trading hours? Nasdaq built the Nasdaq market site in Manhattan's Times Square to create a tangible physical presence in the absence of a trading floor. The large outdoor electronic display on the tower provides current financial information 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Except for major holidays, trading takes place Monday through Friday from 9:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Let's summarize everything we have learned so far about the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq is known for technology and innovation. It is the second largest stock exchange in the world. The Nasdaq utilizes information technology and provides automated data about stock prices that investors could use to trade stocks. Initially, the Nasdaq did not allow investors to trade stocks directly. Instead, it used an automated data collection process to provide the most recent prices for stock trades conducted elsewhere. With the advancement of technology, the Nasdaq has established automated trading systems that not only match orders from buyers and sellers but also provide the summary data and reporting required of all stock exchanges. Bonds, commodities, exchange-traded funds, and other more sophisticated investments can also be traded on Nasdaq-operated exchanges. I hope you understand the basic notion of the Nasdaq and can decide whether or not to invest in it. Well, we'd like to know. Please join our family by clicking the subscribe button today. It's free, and you can always change your mind. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you in our next investing video.